These are some non-DJs we have interviewed. We are going to ask them what they know and their opinions of working DJs.
Oh God, thousands. It's got to be very expensive.
It ranges. You can spend a couple of hundred to, a few thousand.
I can't really say, but it's thousands. It's in the thousands.
My computer software program alone is about $600.
I eventually spent close to 1,000 just on odds and ends.
Because of DJing's competitive nature, DJs easily spend thousands of dollars a year on equipment. It's money well spent because it helps those who they serve.
Like my stuff, because I have the best right now out. The mixer, turntables, it's just the best stuff. Sound quality of it.
Equipment can make or break a DJ. If you don't know how to set up your equipment, you're screwed. And if your sound doesn't sound good, you ruin the whole party. So your equipment and having a good setup and having a good sound system can make or break a party, and it can ruin your reputation if you have bad equipment.
Like any business, contracts and money are all a part of the business that DJs conduct.
I know that when I go to a wedding, there's generally some guy standing behind some big set of electronics that's making probably more money than he needs to make over the next 2 hours.
Usually like $400 to $500 a gig, depending.
Me, like if I do a party for someone, I'd say $600-700.
Definitely overpaid.
Like a wire alone is about $25 to $40 for just one cable. So a lot of people think that DJs might be charging too much, but the reason why is because our speakers are $400 a piece, our turntables are $500 to $1,000 a piece. Equipment is so expensive, so we really have to invest in ourselves before we go out to these gigs. So what we get paid is probably about a third of what we're paying out to get our equipment into practice and all that stuff. That's not even talking about the music that we have to buy. So, to be a good DJ, it takes a lot of money.
My name is out there. People know, pretty much like if they, come to my party, they know they're gonna have it's gonna be a lot of music played, good music and this and that. So I could throw out a price like $700-800, stuff like that, which, it seems to some people it might be high, and to some people it might not be high enough. Because I've been told that, like, oh, you need to charge more. So basically, like, whatever the DJ is asking as far as price, that's just like, based on his skills and what he feel that, what he should be getting.
But it's always good. If the DJ's good, I'd say throw him a few extra bucks after the set rate, because then that DJ is going to give you a better party the next time you hire them.
I'm not sure, but I think they get songs together, they scratch records. I'm not sure.
The average partygoer spends 1 hour preparing for an event. Most of them don't know, however, how much time DJs spend in preparation.
Because it's a lot of work that goes unseen, that people don't know that we do. Like, for instance, like me right now, they just think like we just grab our stuff and we come to a party. Like, I'm burning CDs right now. People don't know that. And then I gotta lug all my stuff to wherever, and it's a lot of strenuous work. And then, people complain about whatever price you give them.
I think it's evident with anybody in any profession if they wing it. to have something planned out like a wedding or like a show, yeah, I would assume between playlists and organization and all the other particulars that I don't know anything about to make it go flawlessly, yeah, there's got to be a lot of preparation.
There's a big difference between, you know, somebody that just goes out there and somebody that's actually practiced their mixes and they know exactly what they're going to play. I think you have a better chance to move the crowd and to do a good job if you know exactly how your blends sound or how you want it to sound, because you practiced it 10 times already, you know? It makes a big difference. Probably the biggest gig I did in my career so far was an event I did in New York City, and I did not sleep because I was so hype about the gig and wanted to make sure that the music I had was perfect, putting my mixes together and making sure that I had, you know, stuff cut and edited correctly. I was up till 7 in the morning, went to sleep at 7:15, woke back up at 9:15, got dressed, started getting everything ready and prepping everything like this.
There was other events where I knew there were going to be people there, you know, like that I wanted to impress. So I would actually create exotic mixes and, you know, do that and, you know, try to show off like any other DJ would, you know, basically. But things like that would, you know, I would practice that for days, you know, 3-4 days straight.
Because I'll be behind this computer like hours and hours and hours. I don't even go upstairs to go to bed at night. I'll be down here because I'm just digging around for music. If I'm not getting new stuff, I'm getting old stuff.
No.
It's not a real job. I tell them they don't know anything about it. You know, they must have was born yesterday. DJing is like, it's like 2 jobs, 3 jobs. You know, I mean, there's so much stuff that goes into it. If you could have your camera and just follow me around just one party, you would change your mind, like the stuff that I do.
I think you should DJ on the side and have like a real job.
They would have to try it and see. You know, if you were to say, if I was still doing gigs and stuff like that, you know, and somebody would come up to me and say, and that was my only way of making money, and they would come up to me and say, DJ's not a job, you know? I would tell them, why don't you try to do what I do 3 or 4 nights a week and tell me that's not a job. You know, you could work 2 nights a week. It's still a job because you're going out there, you're doing something and you're getting paid for it, you know, regardless.
Unfortunately for one of our DJs, the past year brought hard times with it. Just as so many were struck with unemployment, so was DJ Too Much.
Well, to be a DJ, you really do have to have a real go-getter mentality, because when you DJ, you kind of are like, you have to be self-motivated. But I didn't really know how self-motivated I was until I lost my job and I had to pay rent. I lost my job and I ended up had problems with my roommate, so I had to kick my roommate out. So it was me by myself, living alone, with no job, and I had to figure out a way to make money. And I was just like, man, the only thing I really have is DJing, and I have no job. I can't collect unemployment. I'm kind of stuck here. So I really had to hustle as far as promoting myself. I was on Craigslist advertising. I got cards made, got my website up, just like going really hard with Facebook, and promoting every angle I knew how to, and kind of putting my name on things. Started doing a radio broadcast online, just to kind of get my name out there. And honestly, I knew I had to just get my name out there to make money. It wasn't about trying to be the best or whatever. It was just like, I have to hustle, I have to do this, because 1, I loved it, but 2, I knew that it was a good way to make money and to support myself. So like, even if I had an opportunity to do stuff for free, I was like, bet, I'll do it. Like, I'll travel and you know, I have time, I'm not working, so why not travel and get my name out there? So it's like, you kind of just have to do what you can if you need to hustle, because DJing is a really good way to make money. It was basically the only way I was able to pay my bills at all. I was applying to jobs, but it took me about 4 months to get, no, about 6 months to get a new job last year. So it was pretty hard because I was used to DJ money being my extra money. So from it changing over to being my, you know, my bill money and actually being something I relied on was a difference. And it was really hard at first to save and to pay bills because I wasn't making enough. But it helped me in ways that I didn't expect, as far as teaching me that I could rely on DJing to support myself and kind of giving me that confidence to believe in myself to be an entrepreneur and to hustle on my own. So.
We like DJs who play good music consistently. We don't like when a DJ plays a great song and you're out there dancing, and then they play a song and then everybody leaves the dance floor. And we also don't like DJs that don't pick up on that cue. When everybody's leaving the dance floor, play a better song, change the song.
How's reading the crowd work? Pretty much, let's say you're playing something fast, you know, the crowd's going crazy. All of a sudden you throw on a slow jam and everything just stops. The floor just clears, you know? That shows, I mean, you gotta know what to do at that time, you know? If you read the crowd right, you're gonna have a great party, you know? If you read the crowd wrong, then they're gonna say, hey, you're a whack DJ, we don't want to deal with you guys. Or, you know, we don't want to hear your stuff.
Just someone that comes in, plays good music that the people want to hear. A good DJ will like keep the people on the floor the whole time, whereas it's not a good DJ, people aren't going to be dancing as much, they're going to be against the walls just talking. Yeah, it's going to be kind of awkward.
And there's definitely an art form to knowing when to play a certain song and when not to, because music can make or break a moment. You play the wrong song and everything's screwed up. You play the right song and you can change the world.